Good morning. How's everyone this Monday morning? My name is Stacy Biddle. I am a career facilitator here at Goodwill Columbus in the Workforce Development Department. And welcome to our 10 a.m. session. We are going to talk about showing your best self with Indeed resume. So we're going to go over the steps to create a fantastic resume on Indeed. So that is great. We are in partnership with Indeed, Goodwill, and Indeed are working together to help you find jobs. All right, so let's get started. With me today, we have Carly. Carly will be our moderator in our chat box. So feel free to post questions or comments, and she will get right on you. Also, huge news. We are having like a resume week. So if you want a free, at no cost to you, consultation of your resume, you can do that. We are doing that this week. We are taking appointments, phone calls. We can do it through Zoom, whatever floats your boat there. But we are doing that. You can see our ad on our Facebook page. I'm sure Carly will also go ahead and give you the link in the chat box so you can click on that. It'll take you to a calendar. You check a time that is good for you, and you will have a free one-on-one consultation with a career consultant to go over that resume and make it shine. So here is what we are doing today. Let's share the screen. Again, good morning. I hope everyone's having a great day. Sure feels like Monday though, but it's okay. You'll have that, right? All right, so here we go. Showing your best self with Indeed resume, how to build that resume within 5 simple steps. And again, my name is Stacy, and Carly is with us as well. Say hi to her in the chat box, and we will begin. All right, so this workshop is powered by Indeed. Indeed's mission is to help people get jobs. Indeed is the #1 job site in the world. 3 million companies use Indeed to hire, and there's over 20 million job listings out there for you. So definitely check them out. It is a powerful tool, and it is all good. So let's get started. To make a good impression, you need to put your best foot forward. Today, we'll show you how to do that. We're going to go through the 5 steps to help you create your best resume online. Indeed makes it easy, fast, and apply to jobs. All right, and there are immediate benefits to having an online resume on Indeed. So #1, your resume looks great. Indeed formats your resume so that it can be shared with employers on mobile device, on a tablet, on your computer, wherever. Super easy. If you want a hard copy of your resume, you just click download resume and it'll provide it for you, lovely formatted in a PDF file. It is also easy to apply for jobs. With an Indeed resume, you can apply to jobs within a few clicks, even from your phone. And the last one, it allows employers to discover you. Again, there are 1.5 million employers who use Indeed to search for your next best hire. All right, so let's get started. First, you need to go to our partnership page. Our landing site is at indeed.com/partner/Goodwill. If you don't have an Indeed account, we will help you set one up. Having an account is necessary to create a resume on Indeed. With a resume on Indeed, you can easily apply to jobs and get discovered by employers. So to create an account, you just type in your email, retype in your email, enter a password, and click Create Account. If you already have an Indeed account, just sign in by clicking the Sign In button at the top right of the screen and enter your email and password. Once you have created your account, you will be shown 2 options: upload resume or build your resume. Now today, we are going to show you how to build your resume on Indeed. When you click on Build a Resume, you will get a pop-up that says Action Needed, confirm your email. And then so just click on that button and then go to your email inbox, open the email that was sent from Indeed to you, click on that link, and voila, you have confirmed your account. All right, so let's get started. There are 5 essential elements of building a resume. You have your contact information, relevant education or certifications, relevant work or volunteer experience, relevant skills, your level of mastery, and a summary. And here's another great tool that Indeed provides for you. There are sample resumes provided on Indeed. So if you are just starting or you want to update your resume, look at those. Just search. They have all kinds of different industries on there. And that way you can also see the language used in the resume, that will fit that different industry that you are applying to. All right, so your first section is your contact information. So what you need to do, obviously, is put your name, your professional name, not so much nicknames, your first and your last name. You can put your city. Don't put your street address. You don't need anything that specific, just your city, because, you know, that's some sensitive information maybe you don't want out there. Okay, so just city and state, like Columbus, Ohio, perfect. You're good there. Also, enter a professional email. Just simple, like mine is stacy.biddle@gmail. Nice and simple, not anything like I love dogs or anything like that. Make sure it's nice and professional. All right, and the next step is where you get to choose whether or not you want to make your resume public or private. By making it public, it's visible to anyone with employers, and employers can search you on Indeed. So if you want to be discoverable by employers, go ahead and click public. If you don't, you can still obviously use Indeed to apply for jobs. You can click private. That just means that you're not going to be searchable by employers. So whatever you would like to do, that is your choice. Either click public to be searchable or private to not be searchable. All right, so throughout this presentation, we're going to come across these slides where it says your turn. And this is where you can pause this presentation if you're watching on a video playback and go in and tackle that section that we just covered. So this is where you'd be pausing and then entering your contact information. The next is your education. The importance of your educational background will vary based on the job or industry you're interested in. If you haven't completed a degree, you can list the date you attended or the courses you took. There is no need to include the year you graduated. And unless this job specifies, you don't need to click on or enter your GPA either. So for many jobs, an employer needs to know that you may have a certain license or certification. So this would be the section that you would enter those things there. You would just simply click on that little plus button and enter that information. And now here's the opportunity for you to go back and pause this video and enter your education on your Indeed resume. Next, you will add your experience. It is not necessary to include everything you did in your past jobs. Instead, focus on your achievements and career highlights over responsibilities. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of time on this slide because it's a pretty important slide. So here's how you present your experience most effectively to be eye-catching and to attract employers. All right, so avoid overused phrases or words to try to stand out from other applicants. You don't want them to use those overused words or phrases that they just kind of lost their meaning. Try to avoid business jargon, for example, putting bottom line or synergy or wheelhouse, or general phrases of self-promotion like you're a go-getter, you know, or you're a people person or anything like that. Show your soft skills. When your employers read your resume, they are looking for any clues about what type of an employee you are going to be. So show them your best qualities. So for instance, show how organized you are. If the ideas flow meaningful and naturally across the page of the resume and the information categories are meaningful, it speaks volumes about how you think and how you organize and prioritize. Show your grit and your tenacity. Employers want to know that you'll stick it out when things get tough. You need to highlight also percentage increases or decreases, numbers of people served or products made are a way to show your accountability and how you create results. Take time to proofread. Yes, proofread it over and over. Check for grammar, check for spelling. It really does need to be flawless. Also, after you proofread, give it to somebody else to proofread for you because you might have missed something. You know, give it to a friend or a mentor, a Goodwill employee. We can help you out. All right, make sure that that resume is flawless. All right, and also include prior role levels to show your growth. While a long tenure can be impressive, employers are even more interested that you've had an upward progression. This often means promotions, but can also mean increased responsibility. Highlighting how you've grown your responsibility at a job or held different roles can show your employees that you are motivated, resourceful, and have taken initiative. Use action verbs and quantify your accomplishments. So there's a big old list of sample action verbs right there for you. You can also Google search, resume action verbs, and there you'll get all kinds of results you can try out. So what this means is this is about showing what you did rather than telling. So use strong action verbs like spearheaded or exceeded or drove and quantify what you've accomplished. So for example, maybe you held weekly status meetings to share process updates. Okay, sounds good. This makes it sound better. Spearheaded weekly status meetings to communicate efficiency gains. That's way better. Way better. Now it is your turn to go ahead and work on your work experience section. This is probably going to be the one that's going to take you the most time. Use those action verbs. Really get yourself shining on Indeed resume. All right, explaining gaps of employment. So you may be confused or unsure about how to present some or part of your work history. While it wouldn't be noted on your resume, you may want to prepare an explanation for your cover letter or your interview. As short-term opportunity market increases, many job seekers are taking contract roles. And similarly, if you have a gap in your employment history, first thing to know that you are definitely not alone. So I have a statistic here to share. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the vast majority of people, 90% in fact, have been unemployed at some point in their working age lives. Unemployment gaps in short-term jobs are common among working age people. So having a gap on your resume won't necessarily prevent you from moving successfully through the interview process. However, potential employers may want an explanation. And here on this slide are some great examples. So if you've left the workforce to be a caretaker, or you were laid off, or you were fired, or if you took time off for personal reasons, read these, help kind of create that discussion piece by using these as an example. The most important thing is that, maybe show classes you've taken or positions you've held in the volunteer positions or community positions, or any other way that you have tried to advance your professional skills. The goal is to convey that you've been engaged, even if you haven't been formally employed. All right, so experience is one element of why you might be a good candidate for a role. The other are the skills that you have. So this is a section where you just add skills that you have by clicking on the plus button and expand this section and enter your information. There is also a great tool that Indeed has, is they have skill assessments. They're short assessments. There's over 50 of them. So if you are, for example, skilled in Microsoft Office, go ahead and take that Indeed assessment, and then they will score you. So if you score at the master level, definitely put that as a part of your resume. That is amazing. But if you do have a score, you're ooh, I don't think didn't come out as well as you thought, you don't have to share those results. That's up to you. So go ahead and try out that skill section, those assessments, and see what you can find. You might surprise yourself. So now it is your turn to go ahead and add those skills. Take a couple of those assessments, play around, see what happens. And finally, your professional summary. Sometimes this is referred to as a professional statement, a profile statement. No matter the name, the purpose is the same. It gives employers a quick idea of who you are and what you can do. This way, they can see what makes you the right person for the job. A summary is a concise overview of your qualifications for the job. Think of it as a condensed cover letter. It is one of the first things that an employer sees on your resume. It's right there at the top. It should highlight your key accomplishments or skills that are most applicable to the job so that it grabs the employer's attention. Anyone can use a resume title regardless of their level of experience. So if you are a seasoned professional, a resume headline gives you the opportunity to call out a few of your greatest accomplishments and levels of experience. If you have a limited job experience or you're just entering the job market for the first time, the headline will give you an opportunity to share the qualities that will help you grow your career. A resume summary can follow these formulas. So the seasoned professional would be the one at the top. You would add an adjective, job title with numbers of years of experience, and then key accomplishments or responsibilities. If you have limited job experience, you use the second one. an adjective, a current status with unique qualifications and your strongest professional skills. So here are some examples. For a seasoned professional might write something like this. Dedicated warehouse worker with 7+ years experience in the shipping department. Responsibilities include customer service, picking and preparing items for shipment, assisting with receiving shipments, and maintaining a clean work environment. For one who has limited job experience, the second one would be appropriate. High energy bilingual nursing student seeking to develop more extensive experience working with elderly patients. Proven leadership capabilities, likes to take initiative, and seeks out new challenges. Sound good? Now it would be your turn to go ahead and enter your professional summary and pause this and knock it out. All right, those are your 5 steps. So now you review your resume. And you can do that by clicking Review Your Resume. And then you can also then download it on your Indeed account. This will download a PDF file that you can open on your computer. You can notice that the Indeed resume is already formatted for you, so that is awesome. It follows best practice in resume format, including the use of white space, black modern font, and again, it is a PDF file, so others can't change or modify. All right, so we know that creating your best resume, it does take time and it does take work. We're here to help you, but it is a time well invested. A great resume can help you leave a lasting impression with employers. We encourage you all to go back to your resume after this training and continue to edit and fill out your information. And here's why. Editing just doesn't help keep your resume fresh. It helps increase your chances by being found by employers on Indeed. Resumes that are recently updated get pushed to the top of the resume search results for employers and are marked recently updated. So if you are actively searching for a new job, update your resume at least once a month, even if it's just a small tweak, because if you do choose it to be public, it will jump to the top of recently updated and employers will increase their chances of seeing it. So thank you. That was a Show Your Best Self with Indeed resume. I am going to stop sharing and come back at you somewhere. There you are. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time today to come and join us. As Carly did post in our chat box, want a little more support, Goodwill Columbus is offering free one-on-one resume sessions June 8th through 12th. There's like 8 of us dedicating our week to this. So, hey, you might even get me to work with. That'll be fun. Use that link that is in the chat box to go ahead and schedule that phone conversation, and you will get a free, at no cost to you, individualized session with a resume expert. So thank you again for joining us. Please like, follow, share all of our social media pages. We're everywhere. And we are here to help you find your next best job or your first most awesome job. So thank you again. I appreciate your time and have a great day.